Here are the 2024 housing market predictions you do not want to miss if you're considering buying a home near Portland this year.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Hatch Homes Group's 2024 market predictions. Thank you so much for joining us. This week it's going to be a little bit longer, but please comment and let us know what you think of our predictions. So, it's not really hard to predict the future when we look at the past and all the trends that we've seen. Yeah, we've seen a couple of weird years, and this year I think it's really going to be great. And we've spent hours listening to things, reading, and just watching tons of stuff from chief economists throughout the real estate industry, like National Association of Realtors, Keeping Current Matters, Keeping Current Matters, the Altos report, home builders associations, and all sorts of things. So that's how we compiled our predictions. We're not just speaking to speak. We've done our research. And so we're going to dive right into it. Let's start with we're going to talk about rates. We're going to talk about inventory. We're going to talk about home prices, and we're going to talk about home sales. So let's just dive right into that.
Yeah, let's start with rates. So basically, two important things. We don't really want to get into the weeds or anything like that, but inflation. Inflation is improving, and it is an election year. And another note that we want to make is that interest rate is trending down. We don't expect it to be at 3%, but we do expect it to be in the high 5%, low 6%. That's where we kind of feel that it's more realistic in our prediction.
Yeah, and let's remember that 3% interest rates is an anomaly, and that caused actual chaos in the market. Like, you remember when that happened, everybody was bidding 100,000 over asking. They were having to sacrifice their kidneys or something. So like
Waiving inspections.
waiving inspections, and we don't want that again. So
Oh,
like normalizing the like a good like interest rate, if because they have to exist, right? So I think the five research has shown that like 5% is when it like the market really activates and is really good and balanced.
And
So
it's amazing
we
that
may not get there this year, but we're getting close.
and it's amazing that you say that. We do have a graph that shows that as interest rate goes down to roughly 5%, home prices actually increase. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
which
the rates, our prediction is they're going to be about 5.8 by the end of the year. Yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
I
we'll
think
take
so.
that one. And we'll lead that right into prices. So if the rates can, steadily go down, hopefully through the year, not drop too fast, too quick, we feel like prices are going to kind of remain relatively flat in Portland. Last year in 2023, we did have a slight depreciation because there's so many different neighborhoods. There's neighborhoods that last year had great appreciation, and there's neighborhoods that had depreciation. That overall gave the average of about a 0.5 depreciation for Portland. We
Mhm.
feel that here in 2024, with a little bit more sales and interest rates ticking down, that we'll have a modest between 2.5% to 5% appreciation overall for the city.
Mhm.
uh, Hold on,
So
sorry,
that'll
I lost.
really help balance things out. So overall, the appreciation will be in the positive, not the negative by the end of the year. So that's great. So for buyers, if you buy now, you will see appreciation over the next few years and maybe even double, but not like double digits, like 2020 or
No.
21 or 22. Like that's not going to happen.
And the other thing that's cool is if it's someone who is buying here at the first part of 2024, not only will they most likely see some appreciation, but probably by the end of the year or sometime next year, they'll be able to refinance most likely if this trend continues.
Yeah, that's great. All positive there, I think. So let's talk
I
about
think so.
inventory and home sales.
So, basically what our predictions that we see in 2024 is that there will be a lot of motivated sellers out there, mainly because of affordability and interest rates. We do predict that there will be a 12% increase.
in inventory. And when we talk inventory,
Inventory.
like we talk about it all the time. It's like we say months of inventory. And right now in Portland, we're at like 4 months of inventory. And that seems really high. That's almost a balanced market. It is a balanced market, really. It feels like it. But let's remember that that's not because there's actually more houses on the market. It's because they're staying on the market longer. So the
Yep.
difference that we feel we're going to see in 2024 is because that motivation of the sellers, because interest rates will be better. Because let's face it, they're not selling because they're all locked into these 3% interest rates. And why would they move? But when they hit a more affordable range and they really are seeing that equity and the reasons that they have to move, we're probably going to see a lot more sellers selling and making that move. So therefore, that's where we came up with the 12%. And that's also what experts are saying across the board is we're going to see about a 12 to 15% increase in homes on the market.
I'd like to also add that, Michelle, you talked about absorption rate, right? We do see the fact that there's going to be a lot of motivated sellers, motivated buyers out there too, and the absorption of these buyers are going to make sure that the months of inventory is going to be relatively small.
Right. So
Yes.
that is that what you're going to say, Johnny? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I was just gonna chime in. So that's perfect. So we feel like the
So-
homes will come on, but they're gonna go off. Days on market will go down. The days on market trended up in 2023. We think days on market will trend down in 2024.
Right. It's probably not going to be like pandemic levels, but we're
No.
definitely going to see more homes on the market and more buyers out there. So it's going to be a really active, awesome market, I think. I'm really hopeful for that. And like inventory leads into home sales, right? Like the more inventory, the more sales there's going to be.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, even with the election year, that in the past, elections have really helped the interest rates and, gas prices and things like that. But they haven't overall helped like the home sales because people have that consumer confidence effect, right? They're going to be thinking that, what's going to happen. They're going to wait and see. And so it may help interest rates, but it's not necessarily going to help the sales. But, like Randolph said, our prediction here is with more motivated sellers, there's going to be more inventory to choose from, therefore more sales, and probably around the 12% increase. So yeah, any final thoughts on our predictions, guys?
It's going to be a great year, 2024.
Yeah.
For all that are looking to buy a home or sell a home.
It's going to provide 2024 is going to provide a lot more opportunities for buyers to get into the market and really feel the effects of that despite what naysayers may say. But please let us know what you think. Comment and subscribe below. Let us know. Thank you so much.